What's good YouTube? Today I'm back with another video and today I'm going to be breaking down Junefly's 1v1s. Of course, this has been a tradition for the past 4 to 5 years, so it's only right to bring this series back. In today's video, I'll be analyzing his overall game, his June record, his June stats, and even provide a shot chart at the end. Then right after that, I will be comparing this Junefly to the past versions to see if it really got better. This video took quite a while to put together, so without further ado, let's get into it. First, let's talk about Junefly's overall game this year. Offensively, he was actually attacking way more to the basket. Fly finally realized that he's 6'3", so he started to absorb way more contact. In fact, Fly was able to develop a nice left-hand touch at the rim. One of his go-to moves was this left-hand floater, which seemed to be pretty hard to defend. Back then, this used to be one of Fly's biggest weaknesses, so it's great to see the improvement. Also, Fly had a great same-foot layup, especially with his right hand. The ability to get it up quick gave him an advantage over the defense since they didn't have enough time to react. Overall, Fly's footwork definitely improved. I've never seen Fly hit a step-through layup like this one in my entire 19 years of existence. I like that he was doing way more fakes and looking to counter his shots. Still, that doesn't mean that Fly has areas to improve on his finishes. There's times where Fly does stupid shit like this. He definitely needs to be more consistent with his soft touch at the rim. Also, he needs to limit those running hook shots so he can get easier looks at the rim. Still, I am proud of Fly for attacking way more to the basket. Those last few games of June is how Fly should play every single time, and I'm looking forward to the upcoming 1v1s. However, Fly's jump shot was a disaster throughout this whole June.
God damn, hit the fucking rim! Fuck!
His mechanics were all over the place and it affected his 3-ball. In fact, Fly had nearly 30 airballs throughout this whole June, which averages to about 2 airballs per game. Overall, Fly just had a hard time with consistently holding that follow through. Also, he had a hard time finding that balance between overshooting and not shooting too short. A lot of his shots were hitting back rim, which is just evident that Fly didn't get as much reps as in previous years. However, this easily can be fixed with training. Hopefully Fly can get back to R2 or even try to train with B. Ellis. He's the one that got Cash's jumper and handle to be really consistent, so anything could help. If he keeps playing like those last few games of June, I firmly believe that Fly will win way more games. However, in order for him to do so, Fly needs to improve his defense. Part of it was his stamina, but it still doesn't excuse him from the basic fundamentals. Throughout this June, Fly got beat off the dribble way too much and allowed his opponents to stay in front of him. That game against Jeff was probably one of the worst displays I've seen defensively. Remember, Fly, you have a long wingspan, so use that to your advantage. I did see that he tried to rip the ball from behind at times, but that's technically still a gamble. It won't be there every time, so I just suggest you to move your feet. Also, when playing against shooters, Fly needs to get up on shots. The amount of no-look threes I saw this June was unreal. This was a big reason why Fly started most of his games down by a lot. If he can just try to start games stronger, Fly won't have to fight back every single game and gas himself out. Start strong and learn how to adjust mid-game. Basically, don't let things get out of control. However, I will acknowledge that Fly did occasionally do a decent job protecting the rim. Whenever he was actually in front of the opponent, they had a hard time getting shots up. If Fly can just stay consistent on both ends of the floor, he will be good to go. Remember, Fly, I'm doing this video so you can look at your strengths and weaknesses and get better. I really want you to succeed in this 1v1, so hopefully you can use this video as a guide to future IRLs. Now, with all that being said, let's talk about Junefly's 1v1 record and stats from this year. In June of 2024, Fly played a total of 15 1v1 games, and I'm going to count all of them. This includes the 1v1s on LSK's channel as well as the rematch on Royce's channel. With that in mind, Fly had a record of 2-13, with his losses coming against Face Swag, Jidel, LSK twice, GeoWise, Ryan the Crash Dummy, Jeff, Don J, Kenny Shao, Roy twice, Bree Green, and Cash Nasty. His worst game stat-wise was easily against Don J on June 20th of 2024. In that game, Fly shot an awful 16% from the field and 0% from 3, as he shot 8 from 50 from the field and 0 of 18 from 3. However, Fly did win 2 games, with those coming against Baby Rich and Kennel Joseph. His best game stat-wise was against Kennel Joseph on June 22nd of 2024. In that game, Fly shot 46% from the field, as he shot 11 from 24 from the field and had 11 points in a victory. Now, if you guys want to see the rest of the stats from the other games, it is on the screen right now, and feel free to pause the video if you want to see it. Anyways, to conclude this section of the video, Fly had a June record of 2-13, and when you combine this with his all-time record, Fly is now 23 and 112. Now let's talk about Junefly's 1v1 stats from this year. In the 15 games that I researched, Flight attempted a total of 377 shots from the field and made 96 of them, which results in a 25 total field goal percentage. From 3, Flight attempted 125 shots but only made 15 of them, which results in a 12 3-point field goal percentage. Now let's take a look at June Flight's shot chart from 2024. I know there's a lot going on right here, so let me break it down. As you see, Flight was pretty efficient around this left block and even some of the right block. Just goes to show that Flight needs to keep attacking the basket. Also, Flight didn't shoot as bad from this right corner. That's where he hit most of his threes, so hopefully Flight just stays in that one spot. And last but not least, Flight shot terribly from the top of the key. I mean, the amount of red right here compared to any other spot is insane. Hopefully Flight can get in the lab soon and work on that jump shot. Now with all that being said, let's compare this June Flight to the previous years. As you see, Flight's field goal percentage went down 2% and his 3 went down 9%. However, that doesn't mean that Flight still didn't improve. If you compare them to 2021 and 2022, 2024 June Flight was definitely better. As far as 2020, it's quite similar, but that 3-point percentage this year really affects him. Now with his shot chart, you can see a lot of similarities as far as the 3 ball. Reds all over the place. However, with this 2024 June one, Flight was way more efficient at the rim. 2020 and 2024 look the most familiar ones, which isn't bad at all. As of right now, I'll rank 2024 June Flight as the 3rd best June version. My list is number 1 2023, number 2 2020, number 3 2024, number 4 2022, and number 5 2021. Let me know if you guys agree with this list right here. I think it's pretty accurate if you compare the numbers. Maybe alternate 2020 and 2024 if you want, but 2023 still stands as the best version. And that pretty much concludes this video. Now we know how 2024 June Flight performed in comparison to previous years. His driving to the basket definitely improved, but his shot and defense still needs more work in order to win more basketball games. But what do you guys think? What are your thoughts on June Flight this year? What overall will you give him? Let me know in the comments. Now real quick before this video ends, let me know if you guys want me to play Flight and Cash during this month of July. I'll be going to LA pretty soon, so if you're watching Flight and Cash, let me know if you're down for the ones. Anyways, make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, and turn on those notifications for future content. I hope everyone has a great day. Peace out.